All right. Hello, everyone. So this is the video walkthrough for the ideation to investment pitch assignment. For this assignment, you really only need two things, the directions here and ChatGPT. There are 12 steps. Each of these 12 steps include copying and pasting a prompt from here into ChatGPT and editing just a couple things within to tailor it to your business idea. So here is a link to an example of a conversation, full conversation with ChatGPT using these prompts. And you can see in it what you will end up getting. But you might as well just try it yourself. So I will do a walkthrough. But this should be a pretty cool assignment. Ultimately, where you're going to see the process of how ChatGPT can help us at every step of the way from ideation stage to all the way to creating an investment pitch. And along the way, creating a website, target audience, and projections, and everything that we would want to involve in our pitch. So I have a ChatGPT interface open here. First thing I'm going to do, step one, tell ChatGPT the plan, copy and paste the following for your initial prompt. And then this initial prompt, I'll go ahead and read it out loud. It is, you are an expert at entrepreneurial idea generation. I'd like you to help me come up with some creative new business ideas. Please follow these steps. Generate a list of 20 novel business ideas that are different from each other. Try to come up with concepts that don't already exist in the market. Review the list and select 5 ideas that seem most promising. For each, write a short paragraph explaining the core concept and why it could be viable. Step 3, or for ChatGPT, now get creative. For each of those 5 ideas, come up with a more speculative, futuristic version of that business. Think about how emerging technologies could change in the business model. 4, present the results in a table with 3 columns. Initial business idea, explanation of the idea and viability, futuristic version of the idea. Remember, the goal is to come up with ideas that are novel and diverse. Use your knowledge of business trends and consumer needs to identify untapped opportunities. Don't just settle for the first ideas that come to mind. Push yourself to generate concepts that are truly original. When you're done, I'll review the ideas you generated as an inspiration for my own entrepreneurial brainstorming. Let me know if you need any help or clarification or have any questions. Okay, so that goes to ChatGPT. And then it's going to give us a pretty big prompt, surprisingly quickly always, typically, analyzing, which is good. It always makes you feel good sometimes when it thinks for a second. But let's see. So we'll let it do that. If you don't have Pro, you might, or pay for a ChatGPT subscription, you might not get analyzing, but that would be interesting to know if on free it says analyzing or not. So let's see. First of all, so step 2 is going to be to review the output from ChatGPT and then to input the next prompt. So let's review really quick. Dream Sculptor, a platform where users dream descriptions and receive AI-generated visual or 3D printed interpretations. Interesting. Time capsule messaging app. Rent a Retiree. A platform matching retired professionals with people needing a short-term mentorship. Interesting. Mood adaptive workspace. Skill swap campuses. Interesting. Okay. So then the next step would be to do this. What we do is, thank you for generating those initial business ideas. I've reviewed the list and selected 2 concepts that I think will have the most potential. So you then copy this whole thing, and then for each of these, please help me flesh out them in more detail, specifically identify 3 to 5 key features, describe the target market, outline high-level go-to-market strategy, discuss business model, identify main risks and uncertainties. Please organize the responses and into sections corresponding into 5 points above. Okay, so I input this here. Let's say that the ideas that I liked were the Dream Sculptor and the Rent a Retiree. Okay, and I gotta move this. Here we go. Okay, it says, absolutely, let's flesh out both Dream Sculptor and Rent a Retiree using your 5-point structure. These ideas have strong emotional appeal and tap into unique but undetermined, but underexplored markets. So then when you've reviewed this, You will at this point make your decision on which one it is that you would like to roll with, move forward with. And then when you have selected that, you'll give the next prompt to ChatGPT, which is going to be to essentially that you're selecting which idea, and then that moving forward with those ideas. So thank you for fleshing out the business concepts in more detail. I reviewed the mini business plan and have decided to focus on picking your favorite. And then to take this idea forward, I need to develop an action plan for validating the key assumptions and reducing the major risks we've identified. Please help me brainstorm the following, and then 5 points on which to do that. I'll copy and paste this. And let's say I didn't really review it for sake of time for this video, but let's say I wanted to do Dream Sculptor. I think I spelled that right. Probably not. That's okay. Okay. So you get the idea of what it is that we're doing here. For sake of time, I'm going to go ahead and stop now. What ultimately you'll continue to do is you'll next design an entrepreneurial learning system, which is essentially going to be how are we going to validate this business model? How are we going to get those customers and grow this? Which is really exciting. Then the next thing is going to be to generate a landing page. We'll define a target persona. We'll revise the landing page, create a content for the landing page, create a pitch deck, create a growth hack plan, create projections, and create a 3-year projection plan. That might sound like a lot when I just said it, but I was really going quite slow here when we were kind of going through this. The idea would be that you probably could get this whole thing done in probably, I would think, less than 20 minutes. And 20 minutes would include like reading, like actually reading the responses. So it really shouldn't take too long at all. But when you are complete, you have 2 options. You can either copy and paste the entire thing from the top like this into a Google document and submit that. Right, so then I would do that and copy, or you can just click and submit over here for, let's see, for the URL. Go down to, start assignment. And so you could submit a link to your Google Slides, a shareable link, if you copied and pasted, or if you have the option to share here, you can copy and create a link here, and then it's copied to clipboard, and you can go ahead and submit it there. And say chatgpt.com/share, and then the specific code that is the unique code for your specific conversation. Okay, so that is how you do this assignment. If you have any questions, please, of course, feel free to reach out. And then imagine you take all of that information and you go right to the runway and get funding for this idea. So really, really cool and amazing. But imagine too, it doesn't have to be completely from scratch. You can start with your business idea. Not in this assignment. In this assignment, we start from scratch, but in another, for your own purposes, using ChatGPT in this way to get the specifics on the things that you want to say for your pitch is hugely helpful. Yeah, all right, great video. I will let you go. Please reach out if you have any questions. Okay, bye.